Hey, so we're doing this whole kind of split timeline again. The original recording of Anthem, well, I mean, you can still see it on Twitch. There was a crash that happened, and this corrupted the recording part of it to upload to YouTube. So I have to redo part one. The one that we pulled off of Twitch was super grainy, and that's because Twitch's fucking video quality is determinant on connection, and there's nothing I can do about Comcast. Not until money is no longer an object, which may never be a thing in my lifetime. Anyway, so we'll be kind of fucking around with endgame kind of builds here. They're by no means the best, but they are stuff post-campaign and post-growing pains into a specific tier of gear. We'll take a look at how the javelins of Anthem perform. I'll try to hit the points that I remember to hit so that we're getting close to the same experience. I'm skipping the preamble for the other one. If you really care for it, it's there on Twitch, but I don't know that they're for anyone but me. They're kind of rambly, fucking, like, stream of consciousness conversations that I've been having with myself. Yeah, you know, it's not necessary to the presentation. Here we go. The witch says it's because she feels it's because I don't, she doesn't talk to me enough. There we go. Now the words came out right. No, it's just that this is what I do. It's what's going on in my head at any given time. Alright, so we're going to hit play. We have fucked with settings, so hopefully there won't be too much issue with FPS drops. Which again, I'll remind people I'm well above the recommended fucking specs for Anthem. It just doesn't play nice with anybody's fucking machine. Last time it crashed trying to go to menu. And you'll get my reaction to that later on in this kind of composite video that we're making. In the meantime, we are stuck waiting for it to start. But that's Anthem. A game made by a team of professionals who work for a studio that everyone insists has an impressive pedigree. Inquisition was bad, lost things. The writing in Mass Effect was only ever passable. The 3, you know, people whine about the ending, but I don't care. There was no good way to end that story. And that's because there's too much focus on the Christ figure of Commander Shepard. It was going to be a self-sacrifice in one way or the other, because that's how these things go. So that everyone can go, they truly were a Mass Effect, and salute Commander Shepard as they fling him via fucking torpedo into space or whatever the hell. Alright. So, this is the new one that we're doing for the campaign. Don't even fucking worry about that. This is the old hotness. It is a male character, but no one gives a shit apparently for like labeling things with any kind of pictures in BioWare, and yeah, it does this. You get to sit through the logos again. Thrilling. We should have eyes at this point. Let me tab over real quick and make sure that it's capturing. Yeah, it's capturing. Okay, back in. For our campaign run, we are doing a female character to compare and contrast voice acting. The male character was bad. I want to know if everyone is the same stupid quippy joke machine, or if anything changes on a female character playthrough. I doubt that it will, but the common consensus is that the BioWare female characters have the better voice acting. I don't know. I haven't necessarily found that to be true in, like, basically any of them. Jennifer Hale does her Jennifer Hale voice, and that's what we got for, like, you know, Mass Effect and stuff. And now Lyris Titanborn, which is fucking unflavored oatmeal. As far as a character is concerned. But yeah, we'll see. Not in this though. In this, we're just going to show off. Before I only did 2 of the javelins and kind of ignored the ones that I figured we would be playing. This one, I think I'll do all 4 of them to give an idea of what it is that each of them does when you're done fucking around through the clown shoes levels. Oh, thank you, Pi. Pi, of course, still with us. It is past his bedtime, so he may protest. Anyway, to get to the... What the fuck is this exactly? Looks like welding tools. Or what they think welding tools are. Like this looks like a torch. Anyway, so when you spawn in here. This is a hall. And it used to be, this did not exist. You had to walk all the way through Fort Tarsus, which is where we are. These guys show you your weekly crap. These trials are just challenges. The Alliance thing is up in the corner there, up in the upper left, and that's your basically overflow experience. It goes up faster if you have more people chipping away at it. Oh, we'll get to see the market at night on this fucking run through, so that's kind of cool. I think it looks nicer at night. And so far things seem to be smoother. We forced VSync off, which it, and then fucked around with a couple of the other settings just like on the graphics card, and it seems to have helped. We'll see for how long. This is the featured store. You would think with all of the parts dangling here, we would be here to like get bits and bobs to customize our shit. No, fuck you. Don't ever, okay? Don't ever think those things. This guy's the seasonal merchant. That's his business partner that got turned into a frog by an alien MacGuffin, and it's the whole zaniness in fucking applications of magic and technology and like science fantasy things just grate on me. I hate it. Like, I hate it. Just like fucking, first of all, take your settings seriously. Second, if you're going to combine science and magic, they should be covering each other's bases, not just like,
I'm looking forward to
well, but we don't know what this stuff does, and it reconfigured this human man, this adult human man, into a frog. Crazy, right? Isn't that cool? And then we don't do anything else with it. Like some kind of application of force like that. It should be priority 1, but it's not. It never is. The featured store is just skins.
welcome to my store. Browse away.
There it is. You can buy skins. What's good is that you can buy them for either in-game butt bucks, which is this. You must earn that by logging hours, or you can pay for it in bad boy currency, which you of course acquire by making bad decisions and being a bad boy and giving them additional money for this crap. This is the bank. You can put stuff in there, but fuck it. There's no reason to visit that, basically ever. This is the forge. They call it a forge. I think I go over that in the next part of this, but like, there's no fucking way, right? This isn't anything. And you would also think that you'd be able to display your other javelins for yourself on these additional platforms, so you could just walk to the one that you want to use. But no, the only one that that gets displayed is the one that sits here. And right now we've got the Storm, which is the magic kind. This is what they're calling, like, we can't keep an open flame by the fucking reloading bench. Like, are you kidding me? You have a bullet press here too, don't you? Because you got brass. So, where is it? Where'd you put it? Oh, they don't even have... They just have fucking... the brass. To do what with? Unclear. Anyway. Forge work like this.
What are we up to today?
It's where you can select your shit.
Where do you want to start?
We'll be starting over here. And we're gonna take this thing out. This is the interceptor. It's the fast one. Not much else to it beyond that. What else have I got here? Do I not already have that? Yeah. Just a straight upgraded version. Great. Well, I mean, you know, cool and good. Fucking destroy the old ones. This is something that'll happen frequently, is that you'll wind up with duplicates and triplicates. Because it is, of course, RNG based. Why wouldn't it be? That's what you guys love, right? You love it this way. This is what you love. For everything to be on die rolls. Absolutely everything. 7 shotgun shots in a single burst applies acid. That's fucking weirdly specific. Anyway. So we have all of this stuff. Some of these are specific to the javelin in question, others are universal. We have a lot of universal ones on there, mostly because they're what's available. We are going to fuck around with a few of these things here. To just kind of, like, get what we can get out of it. Equipment is divided into weapons. These systems, which are your abilities, your fucking Z, Q, and E are what they're keyed to. You have ways of, like, kind of pulling combos, little elemental bursts of shit. Not everything does. In order to prime a combo, you have to apply an effect. That's what that effect stat is. And then in order to detonate the combo, you need something that detonates. We've been through components. We'll just kind of get into it and you'll see it in motion. You can also, of course, fuck with your appearance.
At your service.
Where you can purchase other things to stick to yourself and on your suit and so on and so forth. You can adjust wear state, animations, paint. We see more of that in the main thing. For now, we have to squeeze into this impossibly small suit. Full-grown human, by the way. And we'll save that one for last. So, something to note. This is the content post campaign. This is what it is that they expected us to spend a decade or more doing as they continue to provide content in heavy quotes for this service. Now we've selected private because I don't want these mouth breathers anywhere near me. I said as much in the other one. I put up the image of the fucking thing from 14 I have, and I'll try to remember to put that up for you again, just because I want it displayed. I want the very banner of why it is that I want nothing to do with any kind of greater game populace outside of the people that I know. To just... I would put it in fucking lights if I could. Anytime that someone tells me about how great their community is, I want to send them that image and be like, defend yourself against this. Explain to me how good you are again. Anyway, we're gonna keep it as private. Frankly, I don't need these people. It's not a hard game. And their presence just, it means I have to babysit as well as do the objective. And that's just work I'm not willing to take on. Academy ruins. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. They have these little blurbs that show up on the loading screen, but they're about nothing, and you never explore any deeper than these blurbs. It's like a fucking tourist pamphlet. And the loading is still so good. Just wonderful. Fucking Doom Eternal runs better than this. Like, effortlessly. Not a problem. On some, like, fairly resource-heavy settings. Anthem, no. Anyway. That's how we land. We're a little bit bouncy. This is the map, and when I say the map, I mean this is it. This is everything. That's the game.
I need you to head to their last location.
Got it. On my way.
They did not include anything other than this map, save for the seasonal stuff and the dungeons, which last I checked there were like 4. So this is really the bulk of the content here. This is where you're going to spend the most time. And can you imagine launching something where there is map singular and saying that this is a multiplayer game? Not that it's a bad map even. It's fine. But there really ought to be more than one, huh? Maybe with some other stuff to do. That it's seamless is nice, but we'll, on one of our last run-throughs with these, just go ahead and give you a tour, just us over here in this alternate timeline, of exactly how long it takes to traverse absolutely everything on this map. Anyway, so this is the fast one. What makes it the fast one is that it has a triple jump. It also does this knife thing for its melee attack. It's got like a combo it does. That's cute. It's the most fragile out of all of them, so they gave the most fragile one the fucking melee ability. It's also how the ultimate for it works. The ultimate ability for the most fragile playable thing is up close. Good thing you're invincible while you're using it, right? On approach, though, no promises. You might think that this is a skill check. When you see the other javelins, I'm confident you will change your mind. Oh boy, that's a PBAOE, is it? Okay. Here, be free. That's the objective, by the way. The other thing that makes this unique, I guess, is that when we strike something with our knives and it is under an elemental effect, say, for example, if I have sprayed acid all over it, then we get an aura that affects something. I believe it adds elemental damage to our further melee attacks and may do a small tick around us.
Back to work.
It's... So this... this is pretty combo dependent, but I say that knowing full and well that everything in the game is combo dependent as far as elemental setups and payoffs.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. So, you would think that that would be a selling point of this, and again, another skill check. No, not true. It's present all over the place, and your ability to set up and then trigger your own elemental combo, a little burst of damage. Just a moment. There we go, we felt that one coming. Okay, now we're back to being audible. The ability to set up and trigger your own elemental combo is pretty integral. So, I'm not gonna give him credit for that one. To say, oh, there's this extra thing tied into it for this one. Great. But you're already doing it with everybody else, so it doesn't need further incentive, and in fact, the incentive fucking sucks. It's lame. There we are. You may also notice that the gunfire is pretty anemic, lacking in feedback. There's really no recoil or anything to be spoken of. And yes, correct. You kinda don't do. I gotta drop those off over there. Whatever. Touch. And this is one of two ways that we deal with these rogue shaper relics. We collect thing and we deliver thing to other thing. The other way is just basically this, but slower. You have to go and pick up object and then touch other object, hold down F. And eventually it agrees that you done it good. You're a good doer boy. And you can have the prize now. And it gives you the prize, and you are supposed to be grateful and in awe of all of the colors. We'll see the colors shortly. We need this, and then we go over here. That's fine.
That's done. Clear out any active hostiles.
Yeah, don't worry about that. We got hostiles. Okay.
We're not done yet. I've got reports a Shaper relic reactivated itself lately. It needs to be silenced.
Great.
I'll head over there.
It's gotta be silenced. Just a second here, while I try to address a sound thing. We'll see if it responds to that. It's always a mystery. It's Anthem after all. Okay, Anthem. Yes? Yes. Alright, excellent. It was playing through both my headset and the speakers on my desk, so apologies for any kind of double audio you may have been hearing. Should be fixed now. And frankly, the headphones here are pretty good quality. I can't hear much outside of them when I'm using them. It takes me moving one of the ear cups.
There's the relic. Good luck silencing it.
Anyway, we're silencing another relic. Are you seeing the longevity of this yet? See, this is going to be the other kind, where we have to go and pick up a thing, and then we'll be able to just collect our color bundle. I guess right now what it is that we're doing is we are just killing boys until it decides to, yeah, do its thing. Okay, now it's scattered to pieces everywhere. Without much fanfare. Touch.
One fragment down.
Here's our ultimate ability. It's the knives still. That's it. Are you impressed yet? It's fucking lame. The last thing I think of when I think of advanced suits of robotic power armor is fucking knives. Like, do you have any idea how little it matters if you fucking like slash at chitin with a knife? It matters not fucking at all. It's nuts to think this way. But they did it because they wanted there to be traditional fantasy archetypes involved, so that, you know, a bunch of these happy little fuckers that buy these things over and over again won't feel out of place and unwelcome. But I firmly maintain that they probably ought to feel unwelcome everywhere. Their brains are so goddamn addled that it's not even funny. Oh, I have a boss. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, look out, Mr. Boss Man. We're coming to get you. He's dead. We did it. I'm aware. I'm aware that I did it. The colors, Duke. The colors. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we got the relics here. Hear me? Oh, that's why. I understand. I was wondering why I wasn't taking off. It's because I was on fire. When you're on fire, your jets don't work. There's another one. Touch. Oh, and also while you're carrying something, that's right. Because that's... like, this thing on my hip is too much for me to fly with. There's absolutely no way that these jet thrusters, which somehow keep this thing airborne, are powerful enough to lift, like, a little bit of extra. We are at capacity. No more can be done. Cool. We did it. And now, it's complete. We made that. It's gone.
Take them out.
There's like one. There.
That's all for the scars.
You did it. Well done. That's everything.
We've done it. Are you proud of us? I'm proud of us. I guess at least there's a flashlight somewhere on that, unlike Isaac. That's one of the bosses in one of the dungeons. You shoot it until it's dead. There's no other mechanic. Again, similar gripe that I had in Destiny. They don't let me just tackle these things myself. When I did one of them, which may or may not be necessary for story progression a while back, I was effectively soloing it anyway. So I don't know why the fuck it is that you wouldn't allow me to just do exactly that, other than, you know, then the shrieking Dorito goblins that populate these things won't also get to tag along. You see all of this shit flying around the screen? What the fuck is this about? An alliance bonus added. Hallelujah. Here we go. That's the stuff we got. We picked that up. It used to be you had to take them apart one at a time, you know, to dispose of your trash one by one into an incredibly bad shredder. Now we can just junk the whole lot, which is nice. Alright, to Fort Tarsus, and I will be right back. Okay, we're back, and we're back at Fort Tarsus. That should be easy enough to find on the editing thing. Anyway, here we go.
What are we up
We're gonna go to the forge. We're gonna swap over. Sure. To the storm. Some of these I named, some of them I didn't. And what have we got here as we fuck around with our components? So The Storm's stuff tends to come with trade-offs, which is irritating because, but it has to have a malice. Bonuses and malices, that's how it is. It's a good thing. No. Just bonuses, and defined by what kinds of bonuses you take. I don't fucking understand why it is that these people do the things they do. Let's see if this other Gunslinger's mark is thruster life and support recharge, ultimate speed, and resupply drop rate. Thruster life's pretty good. We'll go from there. We got a new support seal. We had this. Throws up a wall. That's now trash. I mean, but I hate it, so I'm not gonna. We got some other bits here. This one should pretty much be good to go. There's not a lot left to do with it. But yeah, like I mentioned, that this is mostly endgame appropriate crap. I think it gives you like a fucking power rating for whatever the fuck it is that you're taking on. What do we got? Yeah, fucking free play 430, 600, 750. So technically we should be up here. I don't care to. There's nothing rewarded this difficulty. Have a further increase in power. Okay, great. Receiving masterwork and legendary. Cool. But we're already here where this is what they think you should be into. Christ, you know? The balances multiple components, weapons, and gear. It sucks. Maybe we'll try this out at some point. Survival at this level depends on your build, not your power. They're wrong. Oop. What's happened? Something has occurred. Yes. Yes, Anthem. Have you done it again, my friend? It's like it can feel that I am talking shit about it. Yeah, it looks as though it has crashed again. Which is pretty good. Pretty good. Well. Anthem. Hello? Yeah, okay. It's crashed again. Let's see if we can undo what it's done. Maybe. We're gonna find out. You and me together. Oh no, I see. Our connection has been cut. Oh, okay. Alright. Well, we can fix this. Let's unfuck it, so I can at least get back to the thing that I'm supposed to be recording. Oh. That'll probably be easier to see on the fucking thing, and we'll, go from there. Boy. Can't even get to the controls to do that, huh? Can't do it. Not allowed. There it is. Fucking finally. Task manager, please. Fucking great. Yeah, totally cool, dude. Totally cool. I just want to get to fucking Streamlabs. That's all I want. That's all I'm looking to do. let's see what this is as a result of. Shall we? Shall we? Is it? Sit up. Make sure everything is in here. Yeah, it feels like it's in there. Feeling good, feeling spry. That also appears fine. So... oh, no. That's just the offline stuff. Okay, I would like my task manager, please. That would be sick. Let's close that. Okay, great. Super good. Fucking garbage. Alright. We are going to have to. Yeah, because it's still doing the thing. Like to fucking fix that. But how? But why? Oh. Okay, there we go. We managed to get there. Alright, let's end this recording real quick. So this is Anthem, Chapter 1, Part 2, because I had to break this into 3 fucking parts. Alright, starting in 3, 2, 1. Hey. So that's, 2 crashes that you're going to see. Several others that I've experienced. It's now a new day when I'm recording this, so, later on today I will be recording Chapter 2 of this whole fucking thing. And, you know, this is where we run into time being a squishy kind of thing, like I keep saying. The lengths that I've had to go through to get this thing functioning, kind of, is pretty fucking obscene. We're gonna be taking a look at, 2 of the other javelins here, in just more of the repeatable content, that being the Storm and the Ranger. Because for the campaign we're just going to focus on the big one, the Colossus. And boy, let's see if it works this time. The past couple of times the game has crashed on exit and given a non-specific driver error. We've done a clean reinstall of the driver, you know, stripped the old one out, fucking cleared it from the registry, cleared this, that, and the other thing. It's fucking gone. We've now reinstalled a new one, fresh from NVIDIA. We're gonna see if that helps. I doubt it, because this seriously was made for and by assholes. We're hoping. It's fingers crossed. Anyway, let's give you ears. Let's give you eyes. Let's see if it's capturing. It is. We've also fucked with a couple of bits and bobs here and there to try to make sure that it can't brick everything and corrupt other recordings, because that is clearly what it's intent on doing. This is gonna be so much Anthem today, and I think I'm loading in on the wrong pilot. We'll find out. We'll find out. Of course, we have to wait to find out. And like, yeah, move it to a solid state drive. Sure, when I got the money. Otherwise, we're just stuck waiting. And waiting. And waiting. They say it grants more rewards. I don't know. There might be more things that drop, but I don't fucking care. Rolling the dice in a rigged game more times does not appeal to me. And it's certainly not worth the extra effort. And it says it increases your odds of survival, sure, in that they soak up most of the incoming fire with their faces. But, you know, there's also inanimate cover that I don't have to babysit just lying around everywhere, so why wouldn't I use that? Yeah, wrong pilot, because there's the boy. Okay, well, let's see if it'll let us exit to main menu. Let's see if we've conquered that yet. Fucking small correction. At the end of the first part of this, when we were dicking around with the quick boy, it didn't crash at exit. I believe it just kind of like crashed in general, like loading back into Fort Tarsus. Might have been. I don't know. I'll have to watch that back. And right now my head is so full of Anthem that it just that's asking way too much. Here we go. This is our first one. It changes the picture each time you select something, I guess. That's why. It's still BioWare. And why it does that to just like fucking log me in on the other thing. It's one account. Hang on, let me take you back through the intro and everything. Fucking don't do that. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, I actually had to wait another day because I had run out of repeatables to do. With the sheer number of attempts, we're talking I was ready to continue trying up until about like 4 in the morning, when I looked at the clock and went, well, actually, fuck it, and then I just dicked around with some settings here and there and left it at that. The whole rigmarole has just been atrocious. Okay, I believe we're in the right spot now. So, this is... I actually want to go to the forge to make sure I'm on the right thing. Because I'm not. This is just where it crashed last time.
Let's get to work.
We're gonna get to work. This is what we're looking for. We want this. Thank you. I might also want this instead. It's weak point damage. Yeah, but how often am I fucking pinging him in the weak point from way up there? I'm just gonna keep this. We have things to look at. Why is it telling me that this is new? This is not new. Learn from my example, Lost Things. I had bought the big dumb edition of this way back. Don't. Just don't. I think I had mentioned in one of the other ones, in one of the myriad of attempts I have made at this, that what drew me to it to begin with, Grandmaster one's fine, was the concept art and the way the javelins looked. I liked what it was that they were showing me, and then of course none of that actually made it into the game itself, and early on I was willing to give it the benefit of the doubt, not knowing the scope of it, but boy, this it fails to meet any kind of expectation. There's alarmingly few alien fauna. There's very few instances of alien flora. The 4 javelins aren't distinct enough. There's one that's completely different, and that's the storm, in that it works a different way than the others. Rather than darting around and hovering sparingly because it leaves you exposed, the storm says, no, go ahead and hover. You want that. Makes your shield stronger, as we'll see. Everything else, no, not so much.
What are the contract details, Brent?
There's more sentinels in your area under attack.
Okay.
I'll get on it.
And so on it we will get. The Storm has a similar dodge to the fast one, and in fact the Ranger as well. It's just that it teleports, and that looks cooler. It is what I would consider the most visually impressive of the group. The cape looks nice in the wind and with the game's physics and all that stuff, and the little crackly energy that's always around it is interesting to see, and it just... This is the only one that has its own identity. The rest sorta don't. The Javelin and the Interceptor, sorry, the Javelin, the Ranger and the Interceptor are largely identical in play. I know it's done for like basically effect, you know. They want anyone to be able to pick up and play anything, but it's at the cost of any kind of individuality, which sucks. There's not even a way to build this differently in order to differentiate it. That's just not an option.
Great, thanks.
The answer to all of it is you want to be able to set up and pay off your own combo. That's it. That's every single Javelin. What makes this one different are things that are intrinsic to it. You know, the hover, the shield. Not even the support ability here that allows us to block shots is all that different. It is, in fact, a worse version of a thing the Ranger does. The Ranger's got a dome. This is just a wall. As we look around for pickups. Because that's just what the game be sometimes. But yeah, a playstyle where you are constantly airborne because that is where you are strongest is interesting. It's just that they had only the one idea. I know, bud. I know. It's disappointing to see these things happen at any point in time, but it's, you know, it's just the way that the industry is fucking constructed.
Careful. The main officer just arrived with a masterwork javelin.
It seems that Pi also had high hopes for this. And he's a hard one to disappoint. You know, if you throw in a death match, he's good to go. But they, I don't know. There's talk of how what this is really missing is the PvP element, and I don't really buy that either. It doesn't doesn't super make sense. Doesn't track to me. What would the PvP element bring to this that would save it? That's the part that I'm missing. It's not that I can't shoot at people, it's that shooting at things in general is fucking boring. If the gun has no feedback, the gun has no feedback now and forever. If the ideas for the guns themselves are bland, well, they're still going to be bland even if I'm pointing them at someone who's on the other end of a keyboard, you know? Like, the reasoning behind that doesn't track. It's just that some people think that their preferred playstyle is a cure-all. And if you listen to a certain other podcast that would probably sue the shit out of me if I were to crib from them entirely too much, cure-alls cure nothing. I'm just fucking with you. They probably won't for, you know, mentioning a phrase they use. And frankly, with how ubiquitous that family has become with online entertainment, it's almost impossible not to find yourself uttering phrases that are familiar to listeners of their programs. Motherfuckers have built an empire. Alrighty. Oh, that guy's just like in the trees. Yes. Hello, tree man. Oh, this is a weird fucking path for that to take.
Let's keep going. The minion troops are going after Shaper relics and trying to gate in any soldiers who confront them. Shut them down.
On it.
And so, yeah, as you can see, the difference in agility and mobility between these is not all that alarming. Like, I don't have a double jump, I have this glide thing instead. And I suppose that might matter if everybody couldn't fly. But, you know, since everyone can, it doesn't. Was I seeing that? Oh, yeah, there's something else up there. Hello? But where, though? Oh, I see it. There's like a glyph. This is lore. Sometimes that's how you get it. Well, it doesn't even look like it was lore. It looks like it was a collectible. Great. Cool. I gotta remember when we go and do our other thing to kind of give you a sort of tour of the map as it stands. We'll probably get to that on like the actual campaign. We're gonna wind up all over the place there, and you know, seems vast and impressive at first. Then you run into the boundaries. Well, yeah, something that got lost in the other corrupted thing is it was just like some free fucking designs for...
Hey, now you better take out any active hostiles.
I got it. Jeez. For, you know, interesting guns. Guns that do stuff. Things like, say, a light machine gun that uses no ammo of yours, draws from your shield pool, but fires, like, instead of bullets, these pulsed penetrating beams.
Oh, I just discovered something new.
Instead of this one, which fires faster based on how long you've been hitting an enemy. And that's it. That's their... This is their masterwork, their exotic gun. Or maybe one that when you aim with it, you hunker down and it projects a kind of shield around you. So, you know, if you are concentrating fire, you are doing so from a kind of bunker that you have to get up and reposition with. Stuff that changes how a javelin would function, and maybe makes it not the best choice for specific kinds. Oh no, not the scars. Fucking sweet Christmas. I don't know how it is that we're going to cope. And he's fine. We did it. I was just hit from somewhere. Oh. Oh, that'll do. I'll fucking take it.
Watch out! More scars are coming! Look sharp. Any scar I arrived ready to fight.
Here we go. Okay. Yeah, we may as well just, like, you know, drop the bombs on them, right? Like, why the fuck not?
Down! Sentinels are taking massive damage. All sentinels arrived, all scars cleared out. Sounds good to me.
I'm gonna fuck with the zoom on that.
Appreciate it.
That's somewhere in settings, right? Settings, yeah. No, no. Maybe here? Yeah. That'll probably do. Fucking turn those up. No, they list those as percentages rather than degrees, which makes things shitty. Are the colors good this time, Lost Things? They haven't been the past like 4 or 5 fucking times I've done this, let me tell you. So anyway, that's the storm. Looks neat, works a little bit differently. It's the only one that is an idea, you know? The helmet there we're seeing is a close-up of an NPC. It's not a javelin. So, yeah, that's nice of them to do, to be like, hey, here's an NPC close-up. Cool. Because usually you don't really see what it is that you're just pelting with bullets and missiles and shit. We know how this works. They make you hold escape to skip it, and then they show it to you anyway. There we go. We can take these apart. We'll compare the rest later. To Fort Tarsus, and let's see if it behaves. Oh, let's see. The excitement is fucking palpable. I'm palpating it right now. It's something I think I mentioned in the other ones, is that, like, they built a wall, but a whole lot of these threats are airborne. So I don't... Their society is stupid, and so is everyone that lives in it. Okay.
You put this javelin through its paces.
Great, it's a worse version of what it is we already have sitting there waiting. Super cool, thanks. fucking... This happens all the time. All the time. That one's no trash. Great. Oh, restores 40% shield. Well, that's kind of nice, isn't it? Sure, let's see. I believe it's a new one of these we got, because I'm just matching symbols at this point. Yeah, it is. Sure. And yeah, like I mentioned before, a lot of what it is that we're doing is just picking things with the best numbers for us. And it's all dictated by a random number generator, so I don't get to plan a build, I just get to try to like suss one out of whatever the fuck it is that I've been given. And that's, I don't know, I find that kind of unacceptable. Assault launcher damage. Oh, do I have one of those on? No. No. The max heat capacity thing is the closest that we got. Alright, well, whatever. Great. I have 2 of those now. Cool. Super good. Now, what is it telling me about my... Oh, because I could technically equip one of these other things. And yeah, no, that's okay. Okay. Yep. And there's... Like, I would have to pay to fuck with those greeting things. That's your default. Little fucking finger guns. I'm not giving them money. Alright. So this is the Ranger. It's the one on the cover. And there you have it. It does a little bit of everything, but then again, so does everything else. So what this winds up being is an exercise in how it is that you want to look. And what it is you want your ultimate to be. You know, you've seen the storms. It looks cool. You've seen the interceptors. It's possibly the dumbest fucking thing possible. Yeah, there's a lot of possibles in that. It's because Anthem has cooked my brain. It's just cooked it already. In the various attempts at trying to get it to work. It has affected my brain like a 90s PSA commercial about brains on drugs.
What's the contract details?
I'm seeing more outdoor activity around important freelancer sites.
Okay.
Stop all this.
Alright.
I'll head over there.
So we have a Dodge. It's not as rapidly spinny as the other one. Something I failed to mention in the previous attempts is that, like, whereas I'm fairly sure I said something about the jets being too small, they're also in the wrong place. And I'll likely be reiterating this in Chapter 2 just to make sure that, you know, Twitch also hears it. But, you know, there's nothing to provide lift on this suit, so I don't really... Like, how, you know? On this one, that's our melee. I believe we covered that in part 1. It's a stick. I have a special stick in that it explodes when I jump with it. Anyway, already we can see a lot of visual similarities between them. They all do the leg thing, they all do the small feet thing. We typically have something going on with the right arm. And, you know, take that little cannon under my arm away, and what do we got? The same charge animation as the Storm has. We got a grenade. We know how that works. You can throw them. You can also launch them if you're on the large
The outlaws are in trouble. Good.
javelin,
Let the animals play. We have to find that stolen equipment.
which, you know, is technically different, but not functionally different. You still get the same little arc thing, and you get the where it's gonna land and what the rough radius is gonna be and all that shit.
Yeah, keep going.
There's just... There were no ideas here, you know? It started and stopped at, what if you could fly around like Iron Man in the popular Iron Man movies? And that was it.
You're doing very well.
We're doing very well.
Keep at it.
Oh man, we sure are good at picking up box. Nobody's ever fucking seen box pick up like we do it. Not never, not know how. Oh hey. There. Anyway, see, this is our dome shield. It's better than the other one in that it's a dome.
My freelancer friend.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Got it.
Sure, whatever. How you liking the Outlaw faction? Are they distinguishable in any way?
Matacon.
And that's done. Wait, I've got something more for you.
It's not just the player characters that are all the same bland kind of nothing. It's
I've not heard from them.
it's the enemies as well.
Find out what happened.
Understood. I'm on it.
Okay, we gotta go and find out what happened to those missing freelancers. Are you worried for them? They're our comrades in arms, lost things. We should feel something, right? Oh yeah, hey, have we already hit one? I believe so. This is one of those barriers I was talking about. We'll douse ourselves real quick. And, you know, you'd think, oh, there's stuff over there. I should be able to get there, right? What the fuck? No, this line, this is what happens. You get too far out, and it just puts you back. It says returning to your team, and it'll fucking teleport you elsewhere. If you wanted to explore, well, fuck you then. There really is nowhere to explore. You can poke around some things, sure. Like, right now I'm looking for whatever the fuck that question mark was. Oh, it's this. Sometimes that's worth something. A lot of the times it ain't. Oh. You're not even gonna let me, like, interact with it, are you? You heard me talking shit. I don't think any of my guns work underwater, so that just gets to live there.
some freelancers prisoner. Free them.
Okay. Why would they do that? Fucking reload already, Jesus. We got there. God damn. Oh, hey. Oh, they cut there. Well, I may have just shifted to the other headphone that I don't have on right now. I mean, they're making all kinds of noises, but... Are you intimidated by the scars yet? They seem like a frightening and worthy foe.
Thanks for the help.
Very close. Keep going.
Together, right?
Alright. There.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Sharp eyes. Ah, your efforts have summoned one of their worst. Fight, my friend.
Oh, there it is.
Very good. I think you are the last one standing.
Yep.
Now, the outlaws are attacking a strider. You must stop this.
Got it. On my way.
Alright. And for this last one, we'll be sure to use our ultimate ability here. It's not as visually impressive, but it is at least mechanically decent. You can kind of focus it as broadly or as narrowly as you want. And you know, as we continue here, yeah, it looks different, but it don't play different, does it? You're still just kind of doing the same thing, which on a base mechanical level is fine. You know, everyone's probably going to shoot guns and fly, whatever. But there's got to be
Restoring power.
something outside of these like 3 abilities, or the 3 abilities have to be quite distinct pieces of kit. It can't all be, well, this one does the elemental combos. That should probably be the sole domain of the storm, right? Everyone else needs to be doing other shit. Maybe a kind of like radial blind, or like a weapons malfunction thing for the interceptor, given that it's supposed to be the covert operations thing, or like some kind of teleport homing ability for it, where you fucking put a beacon down and, you know, you have an escape. You could combine that with the knife thing to make a fucking fractal lotus fan of blades, be it like manipulating the teleport mechanic and the knife strike at a specific time. Or, you know, what if the big one had something more than just the inability to pick up small guns and the ability to pick up big guns? What if some of the craziest fucking weapon systems you could imagine were mounted to it? You know, I'm thinking like an enormous laser-induced plasma channel that you can sort of sweep as a continuous beam over crowds, or drill down on one, or you know, fucking something. Just try a little bit. And I'm not claiming to be the greatest ever at not only playing the game or at designing them or really anything as far as like my interest in games, violence, physics, so on and so forth. But it doesn't take that much to just imagine some shit, and the people that worked on this seem to be fucking incapable of doing so. And that's unfortunately been my experience and my read on a whole lot of game settings, development, class and ability design, is that the people who are doing it are either specifically there to try to kill fun and creativity, or they completely like lack the ability to process either of those things as a concept. It's what I see as a machine's kind of take on what fun is. It has the elements of it, it has arranged them, but it has done nothing to like bring them together. The best analogy that I've seen for it is it's like if they had gotten just like the most kick-ass vanilla, the milk with just the absolute perfect fat and sugar ratio, eggs from happy, healthy, ethically sourced chickens, flour from bizarre and exotic places, you know, mixed with a blend of spices the likes of which you'd never seen, and it's put these things on a table, and it's demanded that you tell them how good the cake is. And they get real mad when you say, you didn't make a fucking cake, you just put the parts in front of me. That's Anthem. You didn't make a game, you just put parts of a game in front of me. These aren't classes, they're the vague notion of classes. This is a project by Modrons. You know those little fucking cube boys in D&D? They're creatures of law. They do things because, without understanding why. That's this. In fact, that's most D&D players. Anyway, they say we saved those people, but, like, okay. They were just riding in, like, a fucking storage container. I don't imagine that was a safe one. Let's see if we can load into Fort Tarsus. We're a soldier this time. That's what our reward is. Look out. Oh man, how cool, it says masterwork. Fuck. The reveal is just, boy, And this is what they're focusing on. Let me tell you about the loot revamp. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Okay. Fort Tarsus. We have now seen the javelins that we won't be getting to in the main thing, unless I just go, oh my god, fuck this, and I change my mind and I do whatever. As it stands, the plan is to just play through it on the large one. This is what, quote, high-level play looks like. It's post-campaign. It's up the power ladder a little bit. I think there's like maybe one more tier that I could go to, but I also don't care. What happens when you increase the difficulty tier is that they increase enemy health and damage, and that's it. And there comes a point in time when I go, so you haven't made this harder, you've fucked with the numbers to the point where I no longer care to participate. It's not difficult, it's tedious. I have to chew through sponges in order to get to where it is that I'm trying to get. So we'll be on something similar to this. You know, the big boys. They say that they're slower, they're not really. Their main thing is, well, you'll see. And that will be our on-ramp to the actual recording. We'll go ahead, we'll leave that there, we'll take you here. And then, you know, prepare yourselves for my disbelief and frustration, because that's what you'll get stitched together after this. And, yeah, you know, we're gonna begin our journey into Anthem proper, the single-player campaign from the story people, the BioWare story people that you all say is so fucking good. Oh man, they used to be so great, that's what you tell me. You lie. I've never lied to you, I don't know why you would do that. Alright, so yeah, in just a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, part 2, I guess. Hey, we're back. Anthem tried to kill the stream, but I will not be stopped. Fucking exiting to menu. Exiting to menu fucking bricked it. It's fucking so extremely good. For a decade, Lost Things, for a decade, we were going to be playing Anthem. A decade. You can't play it for like, what was that, maybe fucking 45 minutes? God, I am beside myself. Just beside myself. Okay. So, it's gonna load back up. Come hell or high water. Now, this is something to note here, is that I've got 140 some hours into this fucking piece of shit that was just spent trying to understand it. You know, dig the signal from the noise, find meaning in what is otherwise pure chaos. And I like, I don't have the greatest, most top-of-the-line fucking computer, but I'm well above the specs. So, what it is that has happened with Anthem is a fucking mystery. It just... I don't know who made it this way or why they made it this way. Alright, we should have noise now. Let's give you eyes. God. You know, where it tests you. And I'm about to pass when I whoop that ass. And this is not a good rhyme. Okay. Ah, shit. I think we just logged in normal style. That's fine. Let's see what happens. We'll fucking run in this gauntlet for as long as it takes. I don't give a shit. I have nothing else to do but rag on this fucking game. And if there's even the most remote chance of being able to point to it and say it was never good, you did a bad job. And not because the technical ability wasn't there, but because the creative aptitude is fucking absent, then we are going to pursue it. Thank you, Pi. Thank you for your support. You are an invaluable member of this. Okay. Exit to main menu. Let's see, can we reproduce that bug? Is it possible that Anthem can't exit to its own main menu? Oh, okay. Look at you, Anthem. You learned a new trick. Why that time, though? Fucking A. Alright. We're connecting to online services. Now, in order to create a new pilot, you have to find it's kind of hidden. It's down here. You press space to resume. That just logs you in. It's down here. New pilot. It shows the female. We have a male character up here. I don't know why it does that. Anyway, here's a new empty pilot. Wyverns. Anyway, that's gone. We're seeing logos again? Why are we seeing logos again? Did it just boot me back to the menu? This has been an adventure. Yeah. Why did it do that? Is it because we selected new pilot? It doesn't take us directly to the thing? Yeah, okay, great. Voiceover language, yeah, sure, fine. Subtitles on, yeah. Confirm and continue. Okay, and then that's change pilot. Where are we right now? Which fucking one is which? Okay, so that's slot 2. I'm going to assume that it's just in order and this is what's active. Fine, dandy. Let's press space to start. I checked my rifle constantly, cleaned as best as could be, managed in the wet jungle. The pack had ambushed us, 5, perhaps 6, springing from the dense jungle in ruthless coordination. We lost 2, Arcanist, Reeve, and Engineer Dar, that first night. After that, it became a race to the fortified Sentinel base 3 days' march from our position. The attacks continued through that first night and into the days ahead. We started the expedition with 14, but only 3 of us arrived at the gates. I don't know why, because like we knocked out a bunch of these things. Wasn't a problem. Probably should have brought, you know, one of these javelins as an escort. Thank you, Pi. Let's see. What are we doing?
Dangerous world.
Okay, there we go.
The gods who built it vanished, leaving behind their instruments that aimlessly reshaped the land. These ancient relics harness an unknowable force we call the Anthem of Creation. But the Anthem refuses to be controlled. To survive, our ancestors invented the javelins and built cities with great walls. Today, it falls to a dedicated group of heroes to face the chaos, protect our homes, and fight for our very survival. We are freelancers. We leap head-on into danger, rescuing the lost, keeping the monsters at bay, and silencing the Anthem's terrible cataclysms. But not all cataclysms are created equal. And even freelancers are wary of the untamed power of the Anthem.
I feel like someone should tell BioWare that freelancer means someone who just like takes jobs. They're not a associate, it's like contractor. Anyway, we're here now.
Agreed. Looks like we fly from here. Alec, you hear that?
Yep. All teams, get ciphers to their amplifiers. Let's go!
Freelancer, we're a long way from the cenotaph, and the storm is worse than we thought.
Okay, this is as close as we're gonna get to the center without the Strider getting ripped to shreds. Let's go, freelancers. Suit up!
How crazy will this get?
No idea. Never tried to shut down a cataclysm this big.
Oh, steady, Faye. None of us come out of this alive without our cipher.
Stay safe out there. Remember, we're a team. I'm right there with you.
Okay, freelancer. You might be new, but you won't be here if you didn't show promise.
Hey, Helen, what's up? Waiting for it to die down out there? Let's go!
Thought you could use a head start.
See you at the cenotaph. We're heading out.
Okay, everyone. Let's stop this cataclysm from growing. From killing everything.
I don't know, Alec. Haven't seen anything like this before.
Look, everyone. I won't be here if I thought this storm could beat me, right? Heart of Rage is no different than the hundreds of other Shaper ruins we've dealt with. It's just bigger. This is what we do. So we're gonna go in there and we're gonna take on whatever unholy beast it spits at us, and we're going to tame that thing. Together.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Ready, Javelin 1?
Ooh, ready. Strong alone, stronger together.
Objectively untrue. These people are quite simply just in my way. That's a point of fact. There you go. This is our first one. It'll always be the first one. Move.
Let's go!
Team, check in.
I've got you, Faye. Loud and clear.
Yeah, gateway link is strong so far.
Storm gets worse ahead. Try and find a calm pocket for you. Steady, Miller. Your heart rate is too high. Hello. Check in, please.
Little busy, Faye. No worries on me. Got one.
Team, our rookie's tangled with a wyvern.
And of course, lost things, as you might know. Combat in this game don't look like that, do it?
Thank goodness you survived, but your javelin needs a restart. I'll bring systems back one at a time.
Oh, just like Anthem itself.
Ignition.
Let's go with female.
Faye? Faye, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. That was a bad fall. How's your head? You remember the mission?
I think so. Where am I?
You're in a cataclysm, terrible storm, called the Heart of Rage. You need to get to the center and shut it down by silencing the cenotaph.
Got it.
Okay, that's the mission. Heart of Rage unlocked.
Grab a repair pack when you can. We've got a bit of a climb to catch up. Halleck?
Yep.
She's up and heading your way.
How's it going back there? What's your ETA? Dunno. Faye?
Not too far, just... Oh, no, sorry. Can't talk. Be right back.
What's going on? People, when are they gonna call a retreat? I say retreat.
They need a retreat. It's just too nuts.
Boosters at least.
And like anything else, they'll kind of trickle feed us what it is that we can and can't do, and, you know.
Strider 2 is down. Comatose.
His lancers are flying blind. Never mind that, Alec. We got a Titan. Holy crap. Miller, get your head in the game. Hurry up, rookie. We can use the help.
On my way. Hang tough, everyone.
Yeah, we're going. It said shoot it, but as the kind of plain Jane model of javelins, we have this stick.
Not going well. Many casualties. Freelancers down.
See?
Cyphers in comas.
Comas.
From hearing the anthem.
How are you doing, Faye? Are you okay?
So far, but I can hear it too.
These ciphers may or may not be psychic. I'm not entirely sure what it is that they got going on. That's one of those Titans. We remember them.
Hey, Miller. I found your Titan.
This cataclysm is creating them by the handful.
Faye, you still there?
Yes? You've got down freelancers ahead, sending distress signals. They're the ones from Strider 2. Their javelins need repair. Get them moving.
Havoc.
No flight boosters yet.
Yeah, I'm fucking noticing that.
I got you, freelancer.
You're not gonna make it to the cenotaph.
Gonna try.
These guys are real negative Nancy's, huh? We're not gonna make it there. Oh man, these bugs. I will say that I appreciate the kind of looks of the javelins.
Hang tight.
There's
Your Cypher's in a coma.
there's some issues with some of like the
Freelancers. What
the helmets.
Push on and join your team.
How long? Which way? Got a Titan on the bridge above.
Leave it. We've got one up here, too.
They're all over the place. I'll need to go around. Which way, Faye?
Hey,
When it does the Iron Man thing.
Never mind. Titan here just blasted the wall out. Give me a shortcut.
we really need your help.
Gotcha. On my way. How close am I, Faye?
Faye, Adair, get a look to his left.
The anthem. It wants to consume me. To show me.
Faye, snap out of it. What do you got for us?
Oh, sorry. The whole team from Strider 3 is gone.
Miller, pull back. See if we can flank it.
Strider 14 is in retreat.
Hurry up. Where are you? Trying. I swear.
It's all wrong. It's all done. Come back. Retreat. I can hear the anthem of creation.
Rookie, there you are. Get in here.
Faye's calling.
Yeah, I'm there.
We got this.
Almost there.
Team, you need to retreat.
Not good.
Anyway, the way the suits are assembled,
I'm sorry.
it works for me.
This thing is going down. Come on.
We'll talk more about that later.
No!
Get back to the Strider. This mission is over.
I can do it. Look at this, Faye. We have to silence the cenotaph.
Please, I'm barely holding it together.
Retreat isn't an option. Not now. We got this bastard.
We have to get out of here.
No. We push on.
We're the only ones left.
Think about Miller and Adair. All the others. You being a coward.
I'm no coward.
No?
You want to push forward until I get killed? Until we both get killed?
Where'd that come from?
Let's go. Faye, we're coming back.
No!
It beat us, Alec. We need to regroup.
It can't beat us. Rookie, don't you dare pull me out of here.
Well, it's the entry on the Wolven again. And, yeah, you know, That's how it do. The cenotaph, the anthem of creation, the cataclysm. Terms that mean nothing to the player.
During the failed attempt to silence the Heart of Rage, we lost more than freelancers, more than friends and comrades. We lost the faith of the people we protect. So the freelancers scattered, searching for ways to redeem themselves. The few who remained carried on, finding new allies where they could. Doing their best to help a people who no longer called the freelancers heroes.
Bug rabbits.
I'm at the coordinates, Owen.
Impressive entrance as usual.
Nice to be appreciated.
Ah, don't sell yourself short, mate. A cipher couldn't ask for a better partner.
You could ask, but not many of us left.
The relay's a short flight away.
There you go.
So far.
It
Easy keeps you alive.
Wouldn't call this living, inspecting sensors every month.
Yeah, pays the bills.
Not exactly the freelancer motto.
Yeah.
how the fuck?
Back on their feet.
Like, this is.
Gorgeous scenery, Bastion.
It's literally your job.
It's even better.
Now I'm jealous, sitting here in the fort.
Anyway, it took 2 years for them to just fall apart, and I guess they're extremely disgraced now after doing what I would call a disgracefully bad job. What was the plan?
There's the relay. Just needs a hard reset.
Oh, we're also going to steal this.
This should get the early warning network back up.
Yeah. I'm doing it.
Good, that did it. You'll need to manually check the sensors now. First one's nearby.
I'm going into the ravine.
Anyway, so on these, we're still talking, I see. So on the, it's a take and hold.
I'm detecting movement.
Give me this. So, the design of the javelins in general, is something that a lot of people fumble with when they're making powered armor, are the leg bits. These make sense, it's just that the feet are too small. You know, the people part terminates right at the end of the what would normally be the shin. And then there's the extra joint there, which then leads to the foot of the machine. That would be good for absorbing impacts and supporting extra weight and all that shit.
What?
It's mostly normal.
Mostly? This is the early warning system. If it's detecting something.
Yeah, no sign of shaper energy. Head to the next sensor.
Shaper energy is the stuff that the Anthem works on, or is. It's just jargon.
Andy in a pinch.
Of course, also the thrusters are a little bit, like, way too small. Unless they are absurdly powerful.
Wait there while I get a reading.
No sign of scorpions, at least. They're aggressive today.
Anyway, I guess we're also supposed to be very sad.
What's going on? Why are all the birds leaving?
I'm working.
Oh, yeah, he's working on it. We're supposed to be very sad that all the freelancers
Get to the next sensor, we can narrow it down.
are not king of town anymore. But I don't care. Like, do you, Lost Things? We saw them for all of a couple of seconds, and it seemed that...
Owen, how bad could this get?
You were in the heart of Rage, weren't you?
Don't even think it.
See these ruins? There's a theory a shaper
Okay.
flipped gravity for a day.
Uh-huh. Well, not on my watch.
Alright. Anyway,
Our sensors nearby.
With wyverns circling.
I see them.
yeah, who cares? I got it. It doesn't matter. They're done.
Give me a second for a reading. Heads up, more wyvern are on you.
Sure, the freelancers themselves seem to be characterized chiefly by arrogance and the kind of bland, like, nobody gets left behind, we have to succeed, sort of like ultra flat, brainless machismo that permeates a lot of stories that involve anyone holding a gun. And remember, the story people. This is BioWare. You know, they tell great stories. That's what they do, right? I hate to break it to you, Lost Things, KOTOR was also not that good. The second one was better, and that was only because of Kreia.
Oh crap!
What?
Shaper energy off the charts. An unstable relic in the area. The bad one. I've got a probable location.
On it.
Okay. We never really start harnessing these relics, and in fact, doing things with them is extremely limited as well. Here we go. While underwater, we don't really have,
Watertight seals are holding. Should I
Yeah.
call in more freelancers?
No time. We can't risk this getting worse.
I got it. Anyway, we don't have heat, we have oxygen that runs out.
Here we go.
Shaper ruins. We're on the right trail.
Looks like
So this is how we do it.
I'm done with these. Look around the floating lights.
Looks like ferro fluid, doesn't it?
Into the door. Your javelin can hold 3 at a time.
We can hold 3 at a time.
That's it. A fragment of Anthem energy gone astray.
And then it collapses the ferro fluid towers.
You'll need more echoes.
Yeah, I know. I gotta figure out where the fuck they are first. Oh, there they are. There's one.
You're getting the hang of it. You'll need more.
There's 2.
Should be enough. Let's see if the door opens. Aha! That did it.
I don't know what kind of machine would use ferro fluid in that sort of like pool.
Impressive. Even for a Shaper ruin.
What's it for?
Raise a mountain, carve out an ocean, spawn some new monstrosity.
There has to be some reason for it all.
It's the riddle of our world. And this one's waking up. I detect intense energy deeper in.
Okay. Also, this is now the second series where their answer to why are things weird is ancient aliens.
Someone else made it down here. Though it doesn't look like they made it back out.
I don't know about you, but I would like them to shut the fuck up about ancient aliens. The Protheans, the Reapers, it's just...
Not me. Painful looking? This ruins
Yeah.
everything.
We don't want to get hit by those. But yeah, it's just... The Protheans, the Reapers, the fucking... Then in Andromeda, which plays very, very similarly. We'll do Andromeda when we get to it.
I lost flight control.
Yeah, and then they do that. They, just kind of take my flight controls away.
Owen?
Controls restored. You're back.
There'll be more of that.
Big one too. You'll need to silence it.
Where do I start?
Some echoes have shaken loose. Find them and get them back in place.
And this is how a lot of them go. We collect the glow balls, or we pick up the special thing, and then it's fixed. We got that one? Okay, cool. Great. It says C. I have it mapped to something else.
The echo's coming and we'll...
Yeah, we're doing it. And so you can see the story content much the same as the repeatable daily content.
I can't tell, but the energy pocket's getting bigger. Something's forming in there.
What is it?
I mean, anything is possible. Look at the waterfalls. They're going backwards.
Yeah, anything is possible.
It's being harnessed in there. Pure creation. Something totally new forming.
New and dangerous.
Blame that on the Shapers. It's still amazing.
It's not like they're saying that it's something totally new in there. You wouldn't even be able to fathom it, but it's got like some fucking whirlpools and shit. It's like, try me, bitch. Fucking
That should silence it.
don't just say it's indescribable. You're gonna have to come up with something cool. Now it's frozen.
It didn't hold.
I see.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, this is what it was doing.
Owen, talk to me.
Yes, I'm trying to work it out. Shaper energy's still increasing. These are just a warm-up, a prelude to a cataclysm.
Doesn't feel like a warm-up.
I told you anything's possible. You've got to power through it.
I'm clear, Owen.
Good. I think we can still stop this. Those fragments of the relic that flew out, grab them and put them back together. Oh, and fun wrinkle, more companies on the way.
Got one.
Yeah, see, this is the other type that happens. You pick up the bit, you go and drop it off at the thing, and it's every mission. It's every mission.
Keep at it and you'll survive this. Almost certain.
Yeah, but it's fine. I got it. It's not a big deal.
Move around.
They treat it like it's a big deal.
Something biological, that's all I can say for sure.
Owen, what's happening in there?
There's something. That's teeth. Lots of them. Hurry!
How many teeth?
Size is the real problem.
What's that mean?
Large! Considerable! Just get a move on!
Yeah, I got it. Fucking chill out.
Last one. Here goes.
Careful. Anything's...
Possible. I know.
You know, I heard a relic made a guy vanish into thin air once. No idea where he went. Which isn't as lucky as the freelancer whose guts were turned inside out.
How's that lucky?
At least he died and got it over with.
This is a pain.
They all are. Indecipherable puzzles that only make sense to Shapers.
No, I mean there's ice jamming it up. Owen?
You're
What?
out of time! Silence it!
I'm trying to.
Well, nobody told him! It's an R6!
It's not working.
I'll put it back into it!
Got it.
Well, at least now I've got a new story. That time a relic spawned a giant R6 that almost ate you whole.
Yeah, a classic for the ages. I'd say that fulfills the contract.
Time to get back to Fort Tarsus. To a job well done.
The only kind there is. I'm on my way.
It's something completely new. Just, we've never seen it before. Anything's possible anyway. Here's one of the fucking standard mobs we spawn. Alright, see you, bye. You don't even get to fight it. Tesselar. Humanity's struggles against the Urgoth included a limited harnessing of the Tesselar's inherent power generation for their basic needs. So reliant were they upon the animal's gifts that a certain fondness developed, despite the danger the creature posed. If the uprising against our oppressors had occurred a few generations later, I'd wager that Tesselars would have been wholly domesticated. There you go. Again, more things that we don't know about. They tease these Urgoth at the end of the story, but who cares? It's the same once again as the Reapers or the Ket or the fucking Geth or anything. It's nothing. It's all nothing. Great. Yeah. You level up in the campaign, or just in general, you unlock new bits that you can pick up and put together. We'll get to this. Earn coin and unlock blueprints by completing challenges. That's basically just kill 100 of blah, kill 200 of other blah. I know, dude. I know. They could have thought a little bit more about it, but they didn't. And we're loading. We'll see if Fort Tarsus loads. Oh, here we go. Okay. Now we can select a face. Whose face do we want? This face, maybe this face, maybe that face. This one. The witch is making a face. They're all kind of like these are fine faces. This is fine. You got your smattering of people. This is as close to the witch's face as I think we're going to get. It's still got a little bit too much color in their cheeks. But we'll go with something familiar. We'll start playing. Sure. And that's it. That's character creation. What? You pick a face. It doesn't matter. You're never gonna see it.
Here we are, back in Fort Tarsus. The last stop on the Bastion frontier.
If it isn't my favorite freelancer. I hear you've been busy.
You know how it is, though. Another day, another disaster averted.
What have you done this time?
Nothing. My armor's fine. Probably. I hope.
Well, you should swing by my amplifier in the enclave.
Something wrong?
No, not wrong. More like fun. Drop on by whenever.
Okay. How you liking these characters so far? Are they quippy enough for you? Do they feel like they're somebody? Anybody even? Let's talk to one.
One piece.
So, did you expect me in more pieces than one?
You? Never. I trust you've brought me work. Always good to give your javelin the once over after a run. What have you done this time?
Nothing you can't fix.
Flattery, huh? You must have done a number out there.
I don't think that's okay.
Your skill for crazy or mine? Scars, beasts, relic-based nonsense. Some people stay on this side of the wall. Others, well, since you love running into that kind of stuff, you better be careful.
Okay. Well, careful helps me survive.
The job's got its risks, but I keep my eyes open.
That's what I like to hear. I'll run you some maintenance checks. Only the best for my favorite freelancer.
I bet everyone's your favorite.
I have a complex ranking system, and you have better places to be. Go on, then.
You fucking A, I do, Zoe. And it's Zoe, not Zoe, huh? Okay, whatever. Anyway, this is the forge. They call it the forge. Like, this isn't a forge, this might be back here. This looks like it is. But I cannot imagine that any of the parts necessary here fucking get put in the fire back here. That's like, no. Anyway, this tells us about the Colossus and what it do. We'll see what it do shortly. This one is called the Ranger. Extremely inspired names. Am I not allowed to? Okay. Well, we'll get to fuck around in a moment or two then. This is Prospero. He doesn't have anything to say to us right now. Can't even look me in the eye, the coward. We've seen this all before. Yeah, they're gonna make us walk over here.
You make it back? Barely. Scars hit me bad. Taking that route before?
They mention walls keeping all the bad stuff out. I don't, like, how the fuck do you figure? Wyverns have wings. is... No, that's... okay. Thanks. I forget where the fuck the challenges actually are. It ain't in featured. That's the cash shop. Yeah, I understand. Nope, not so far. Is it under leaderboards? No. Is it in settings? No. Is it under J? Yes, it's in journal. Okay, so this is a completely different menu. Got it. But we have stuff in our mailbox. Secret ice tide plans. That's Christmas. She's got stuff to do that she wants to do at Christmas time. I noticed all freelancers. Great. None of this matters. It's just flavor. They're letting you know that there's going to be an ice tide event. So that'll be, again, you know, for Christmas. Junk. They were, I don't know, proud enough of their shit to, thank you, to fucking like spew this nonsense abroad and be like, well, clearly you want to talk more to the fun characters that you've met here. They have such personality. You wanna get these emails from them and about them to learn more. Add this to the cortex. First cipher was lost to the music of the Anthem of Creation, and now she stands guard in the gateway, guiding ciphers who stray too far. Okay. That tells me nothing. What the fuck is a cipher? Do we have something on that? Recent entries. Yeah, ciphers. Anything? Please. There we go. Ciphers are individuals with a sensitivity to the Anthem of Creation and are capable of telepathic communication and heightened mental calculation. Many young people who are identified as having this unique gift undergo Ember exposure and dedicated training to enhance their mental skills. When cipher abilities first appeared, Corvus... so much of this shit that you don't know and you don't get introduced to. Corvus is a spy wing. Ember is a kind of substance that you use in crafting. So why the fuck this would matter is beyond me, but here we are. They developed amplifier technology and created a type of institutional training center called a Satomi. The most important and advanced of these is Esterot, the premier Satomi located in Anthem. We're not going to go to Anthem. Later, the Cipher Revolution brought ciphers expanded rights, freedom to choose how their abilities were used, opening a new world of communication between settlements and in the aid of lancers. While javelins were invented long before the cipher phenomena, the addition of ciphers to operations outside the walls has made all lancers safer and more effective. I guess because they can sense things happening. This is our boy right now. His name's Owen. He sucks. He just sucks. He's a cipher. He's an adventurer and mischief maker at heart. Oh, he's so quirky. He's just so quirky. Technology. Coolant. The forge itself. A crafting workstation that transforms raw materials into precise components. Which came first, the tool or the forge? Well, it's the tool. We know that. You can slap rocks against other rocks to make a tool. Here's what javelins are. Airtight armored exosuit linked to the pilot's thoughts and impulses. So there's some sort of like fucking neuro interface. Okay, so that cipher, there's a link in it that lets ciphers quote, accompany lancers, giving them specific direction, information, and guidance, while not necessary. So, like, here's the thing. The ciphers are there as, like, this sort of operator group, but I don't see how it is that There wouldn't just be someone at like a scanning instruments panel somewhere. Why they have to be psychic is just, it's fucking nuts. They just layer on this shit and they don't think about why it's there or how it's supposed to work. And in the case of like the ciphers here, they straight up admit you don't actually need one of these working with you. It's basically fucking pointless, but they say that it helps improve survivability, and I'm going, how? With what? Anyway, Striders, they're big old walk machines that don't make sense either. They carry cargo, they can store 4 javelins, they can navigate a bunch of dangers because they're big, and fucking they can withstand being on the edge of the cataclysm. There's an amplifier on board those. You would think that would be player housing, but they didn't add it. Gimme. Yeah, okay. Shaper relics. They do stuff with the Anthem of Creation. They're billed as old terraforming machines that have run amok because no one's maintaining them. We have all kinds of shit. Junkhead's trophy. That's what the scars are. He's a dude named Junkhead. We stole his shit. Enclave, Corium Crystal. We'll read about these things as we go. Right now it's a little bit crowded in here. Looks like people are leaving.
An Arcanist number.
Good, good. Got to show.
This is right.
A few more contracts on the board would help with that.
No need to tell me. So little trust, and even our own.
We'll talk to them again later. Gimme. This is an amplifier. Extends the range of the cipher seated in it, which allows them to communicate over a great distance. You have to wear a link to remain in contact. Like, fucking just use a radio. Hey.
Yeah, you see what I mean? You picked up on that, right? Little warble? It's warbling, right?
All readings fall within acceptable tolerances.
You gotta look past the numbers for once in your life. Something is off. The connection is a bit fuzzy.
How do you quantify fuzzy?
You don't quantify fuzzy? You don't measure it, you don't count it, it's nothing like that. It's a feeling.
Everything okay here, Owen?
Yeah, well, on your last mission, I noticed that the cipher chair was giving off some very strange feedback.
All readings fall within acceptable tolerances.
No, it's your call, but if you ignore it and something goes wrong...
I will find an Arcanist and perform a full protocol inspection on this unit.
There's nothing wrong with the chair, is there?
No.
Why are you always stirring up trouble?
What are you talking about? I've just done her a massive favor. You've got no idea how boring it is being a Fort Cipher. She does not get to work with a freelancer. She does not get to see the world through the eyes of a javelin pilot. No. You know what she gets to do? She gets to relay official messages back and forth to ciphers at the Capitol day after day after day.
Some people like boring. Not everyone's cut out to be a freelancer.
So you have said. But you have to admit, that last mission would have gone better with a partner.
I have a partner. You. Every good javelin pilot needs a cipher.
That is not what I meant. Look, if I had a suit of my own, I could be out there in the field with you.
Dial down your boosters, hotshot. With more training, you'll get your chance. I promise.
Fine. Not like we could afford a spare suit anyway. The job board is empty.
We'll figure something out. We always do.
Yeah. Do you ever regret missing out on the glory days? Back when freelancers were treated like heroes. Contracts would just fall into their laps. Everywhere they went, they were given respect. And free sandwiches.
Free sandwiches?
Yeah, I haven't had my lunch yet. I'm starving. We're on a tight budget here.
Budget has room for sandwiches.
You're probably right. You know what? Why don't you head over to the forge, get your javelin tuned up, so we're ready to roll if a contract does fall into our laps.
All right. We're gonna go to the forge and leave him here. I wish forever, but we're stuck with him throughout this narrative. He's always that way. And frankly, we'll get there. But having done this before, there's absolutely several points where I'd have just shit canned his ass and been done with it. but you can't because that's just not the way it goes.
Owen, you need something?
What are you talking about? I just got a message from you saying to meet you at the forge.
I didn't send any. Why would I want to meet up here? Something's not right.
We needed to speak in private. My name is Tassin.
Do you always travel with a security escort?
Not always. The Sentinels have their uses.
Well, you make a hell of an entrance, I'll give you that.
I have a contract for you, freelancer.
I like to know who I'm working for before I take a job.
Really? From what I hear, two of you will take about any job you can get these days.
What's the job?
An Arcanist has gone missing.
Missing? I thought Arcanists just hung out in labs studying Schaefer relics.
Matthias Sumner was investigating some relics at a ruin near the fort. I need you to find him and bring him back home safe.
If he's still alive.
No one knows more about the dangers of Shaper artifacts. I'm confident that knowledge and his own resourcefulness will keep him alive until you find him. What do you say, freelancer? We'll make it worth your while.
Owen, looks like the freelancer's right again. Well, us, anyway.
Excuse me, I just got a... That was excellent. I will go and run my diagnostics. Let me know when you're ready to leave. It was a pleasure.
Yole, same. He just fucking rubs me the wrong way.
On behalf of myself and Matthias, thank you for doing this.
Okay, and if I have...
Fine, Matthias. Trust me. I'm a person you want to know.
Okay. Well, bye. Where can I get a cushy security job like that? The forge is unlocked. We can now fuck with things. Oh my god. The melee slot is unlocked.
What are we up to today?
Because we needed those. Just let me. Just let me. Alright?
Let's get started.
Get the fuck out of my way. Thank you. No. Thank you. Alright. Yeesh. We're just gonna number this. As it loads. Okay, so. Like we mentioned, it comes in big. Let's fuck with it. Thank you. Oh my god. Yeah, we can't craft anything yet. Okay. Lower relative rate of fire. It does less damage though. Oh, I guess they explode. Yeah, we'll fuck with that for a little bit. We have a standard railgun. We have this, that, and the other thing. Appearances, yes, thank you. This is the important part. At the very least, the unlocks for appearances are account-wide. That's nice. So we can play some dress-up. I think it'll be that one. Before we go and get Matthias and then come back and call that done. Eh, show me. What do we got here? Yeah, yeah. Paint. So, here's how paint works. We have a kind of primary sort of thing, and we can also pick materials. For this one, we are going to want... I should also mention some of these materials are also not able to take specific colorations. We'll fuck with that. And then we'll fuck with this. And I'm thinking... So this is the secondary then, is it? We want plenty of contrast with what it is that we're working with. You know, you want to be able to see it, right? we'll start there. Sure. That paneling, that's fine. These soft things. Apparently the patterning doesn't have to be soft. Or is that? No, that's the interior. Okay. We can make it shiny. We don't really want to make it shiny. Rubbery. What's supposed to be rubbery? God knows. And let's start from there. Okay, so that's where that sits. Cool. And this sits there. Cool. Alright. So then, if we wanted to do that, we could get a little bit of coloration there. We could also do this, or is that going to be a little bit too busy, do you think? Might be too busy. Also, which one is coloring what? I know what we'll do. Do this. Do that. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that pattern is just no good there. Or maybe we flop these. Better. And we go back to maybe this. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, kinda. And this paneling, what is this looking like here? Show me. Yeah, that's... You can just kind of do that dark to blend it in with the rest of it. We have a wear state that we can also do. Clean, standard, new, old. We'll leave it weathered. No, you know what? You know what? I think that's a little bit nicer. And then maybe we do yeah. Pretty sure I told you to do something. Yeah, it just didn't show up on the menu. Fucking weird. Alright. Sure. It'll make us easy to spot. Anyway. And we'll fuck around with the appearance and stuff later. Back we go. Back we go. There. We've painted it. We're gonna climb into it now. We have a lost Arcnet. Yeah, thanks. Privacy settings. That's looking good. In just a moment, lost things. I'll be right back. We're back. We're ready. We want it on private. We accept that. We can park that on normal for right now. We were playing on Grandmaster earlier, but that's because we actually had the stuff. Our fucking gear score matters a lot, which sucks dick, but here we are. Anyway. We're starting. We're gonna keep it as private. Completing missions. They're telling us about them again. So we've seen Plain Jane. We'll bounce back to that to show off the ultimate at some point in time later. Maybe at the beginning of the next thing we'll do a quick mission as the one that's actually built. And we're going to primarily, on this playthrough, be playing the big version. If it ever loads. Real good loading times on Anthem. There we go. That's how big lands. We're here.
Here we are, Freelancer.
There it is.
You ready to jump in?
Yes, I am.
Well then, let's not keep that big bad world waiting. Our contract is to locate an Arcanist named Matthias. Tassin has given us the last location where he made contact.
And this is right outside Fort Tarsus. We have plenty of waterfalls. We have plenty of hitching.
The location Tassin gave us must be close. I'm detecting the camp's shortwave radio.
Not seeing anyone. Owen, anything?
Yeah, lots of broken equipment. Obviously Arcanist made, otherwise, no, nothing but the radio. And no Matthias.
Okay. Well, we'll touch this. Now...
Hang on. Detecting another radio. Same frequency.
Great.
More than one camp. Let's follow that signal.
We will. Now, the primary difference between Big and the others is that Big does not have a dodge. Big has a shield. It also does not have a passive energy shield, it just has a whole lot of health. So you must manually activate shield, and shield offers a couple of functions, which we'll see as we go through this. Big also has specific weapon types that are only available to it.
Okay, I've got a new trail. We'll need to get to the location I've marked for better reception.
It is the only frame... I almost said frame. It's the only suit, to my knowledge, that has that.
Brilliant and reckless. He has a reputation among the Arcanists. Not a good one.
Having a bad reputation is chapter 1 of the Freelancer's Handbook.
Get used to that joke. They laugh at danger. They're going to live their novel.
The radio signal is getting stronger. Clearly, Matthias established more than one camp. No.
Arcanists.
Yes.
Matthias?
No, he's not here. Look for anything that can help track him down.
Expedition leader for the research group. Failed to check in with Fort Cypress when expected. It's that hot and cold thing again. Get used to seeing that too. It is all they've got.
That's where the signal is coming from. We can use it to help search for another camp. It'll take time.
Okay, get started.
Great. Okay.
Seems quiet out here.
Maybe.
Look, we've been attacked.
What the hell? An ambush!
Scar! Damn scavengers! Multiple signals, they are everywhere!
Are you done with
And so the actual function of these abilities, I already did. Okay.
Just fiddling with the radio signal for the next location.
Did I do it too fast?
Hurry up.
Of course, lots of steak.
I did it. I did it too fast. Anyway, the actual casting of these abilities, this is pretty much the same across the board, isn't it? You got some which fly out of your hand, you know, be it an ice beam or a railgun round, as it is here. You got stuff that targets an area on the ground, be it from, you know, a grenade launched, thrown, or a big ol' fucking lightning bolt conjured from the sky.
Scar hives, quickly!
And then you got, punch.
Now finish off the remaining scars.
We can do this with shield. This is one of the things you can do. It also alters your melee attack. You can do it while flying. Provided that we can actually sweep the dude. Yeah, there we go. So, shield is also a weapon for this, which is nice. But, you know, gun. It fails to answer the question of why not just shoot him. Get back here. Alright, well, he despawned.
And done.
This is Arcanist Matthias Sumner. Scars of attack on my camp. Need immediate assistance.
Matthias, where are you?
He didn't hear you.
Dak Emil.
Okay, let's go.
Nothing we can do for Dak. Dak is already dead.
Hear anything else out of Matthias?
Nothing. We just lost the radio signal. We need a signal booster.
Hell yeah.
Wait, found one.
The FPS, my boys. Fucking super, super good. Find one map, not the next. Ooh. We'll see. We'll see. Christ.
I don't know, but it's not a good sign.
And we're okay now. And we're okay now. Okay. You know.
Looks like they're using gates. I hate those. Very unfair.
Yeah, okay, great. Anyway, they're talking about gates. It's a teleporter. We don't use those. I don't know why. Hey, once again, get back here.
Okay, I'm looking
All
for
right.
a signal booster, right?
Yes, should be close. All you need to do is turn it on.
Yeah, I will. We're getting there. Great. Touch. Oh, there's one of those. Fucking hang on a second. Got him.
Matthias, you still can't hear us.
I've got a location.
Okay. He's got the location. Ooh. Yeah, fucking, it's... I think it's just having trouble loading the map, which is intense. Because you should already have that, fuck it, like it should still be rattling around in there from the last time you loaded the map. I don't know what the problem is. We'll take a look at settings for the next one. But, you know, Matthias, he's out there. We can't just leave him. We're gonna have to finish this. Because that, along with a whole bunch of other stupid shit, is what freelancers do, right? We just keep hearing it.
We were following the scars were taking it apart. We fixed that. I bet we reached Matthias.
Okay. We have to defeat Scars again.
Something has them enraged.
Maybe the part where I'm shooting a fucking, like a rotary autocannon at them. That might be part of it. Do you have more? We apparently do not. Okay.
Let's fix that radio.
What needs to happen?
I'm fixing it.
I'll do the rest.
Alright. I swear I'm fixing it.
Okay.
We did it.
Starting repairs.
This is a cargo carrier.
Oh, and that doesn't look like a repair.
Would you just let me? Ugh, damn it! Hang on.
I don't know why it's got that kind of fucking top.
Of course, just deal with the scars. I'll figure it out.
I'm also not entirely sure how telepathy would help you fix machines remotely. Like it doesn't really seem to make sense. It would make sense if it was someone at like a sensor suite attempting to fix in on, you know, an actual radio signal. But no, they had to be psychic, because magic and whimsy. And again, that's fine to put in like a science fantasy setting, but you gotta have a reason for it to be there.
Very serious.
Cool.
Focus on the big guy.
Oh, fuck off. I'll do what I want. See, check this out. Suck shit.
Watch out for the flamethrower.
No. You watch out for it. That's the ultimate for this one. That's the melee for this one.
Mostly sure.
Open.
It's working. I've got a location. Patching Matthias through.
I'm calling anyone.
Okay.
I need help. There are scars everywhere.
It works. Matthias, can you hear me?
They're just all over the place.
Goodness, there's no time. I'm hiding, but the scars are searching. I can see them. You must hurry.
Just hang on. We're coming.
Yeah, I'm getting there. You may have spotted it down in that cave. Yeah, there's a big old statue in there. Ah, the dungeon. Okay.
Matthias, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here.
I'm getting a read on his radio signal.
Are you okay?
A little banged up, but fine. You see that ramp up ahead? The one with the statue? Head up there.
But yeah, these statues and stuff only become relevant later.
Near misses. They're quite relentless.
Give me these. I need them to make stuff.
Wait, what's this? Some canisters. Could prove useful.
Don't try anything dangerous.
Not to worry. It'll be a contained explosion.
I think you better hurry.
Yeah, I would, but it's gotta load.
Got a swarm here.
Less for Matthias to deal with.
It's not really a swarm, it's more like 5 dudes. There we go. Oh, okay, and maybe we're locked up? Maybe. Never ceases to amaze. And we have recovered.
What's happening? Matthias?
It worked. Small trap, the scars walked right into it. I'll have to keep moving.
More incoming. Watch those hives.
Yeah, well, again, relax, I got it. It's fucking fine. Provided the game continues to function. I'd say it was an issue with how it's handling particles, but it'll just happen whenever, won't it?
Now let's see to those scars.
You got it.
Alright, so we've eliminated the spawners. Although, to be fair, I think they do run out eventually. Like, they'll just stop spawning things. There.
Give me an update.
I think I see them. Just a minute. Okay. Haven't been this far into the woods.
Stay ahead of them. I'm nearly there. Matthias, I'm in the tunnel.
You're close. Main chamber just ahead. It's incredible.
He swears it is.
Matthias has been busy.
We want this metal. This is what gathering looks like. A decade. A decade. Alright.
Stay put.
You had like 4 surprises then, didn't you? Alright, well. Our solution to this is not a surprise. At least I hope it's not. It almost played the fist slam animation there.
Scars have too many ways to add to their numbers if needed.
That doesn't answer my question.
Be careful.
I'm trying.
by the way, if you were wondering, you know, maybe you just tuned into this, if combat ever really gets, like, more hectic or even exotic, the answer is no. This is it. High-level play and low-level play, as far as, like, actual game progression is concerned, looks the same. Alright. Well, and then the game ceases functioning, sometimes. Anyway.
Look out! Don't know what it is, but it looks dangerous.
Look at what?
I don't care what its name is.
How are you liking these call-outs while we're fighting? Are they good? You feel satisfied by them? We're gonna need to try to move away from Rust Reaver here. Mostly because there's nothing we can do about the shield in the front. It takes infinite damage, he never has to put it down. We do have to put ours down. So that's nice. And we're just gonna have to kind of look for a better angle on him. Of note, we can fuck up his flamethrower tank, but I gotta be able to get at it.
The thing just isn't dying. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, nah, we got him pretty good there. As, again, the game just continues to chug. The Ash Titans we fought earlier were more demanding as far as, like, particle effects, weren't they? And we have this smaller arena where you would think that there would be less for the game to consider. No, it's just done bad. We're almost done with Rust Reaver. He's finished.
I think he's done. Yes, he is done. Oof. Let's clean up the rest of them now, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, no active signals. I'll keep monitoring. You should check on the fires.
Great. There he is.
Matthias?
Here, right here. These scars.
That's him.
What to think? Arcanists and scars often clash over Shaper sites, but nothing like this. I must tell Tassin. Please. I need to return to Fort Tarsus.
We've done it. Despite Anthem's every attempt, we have completed the mission. Scorpions. Are you riveted? Are you pulled in by the mysteries that the plot is handing us? Are you enjoying this cast of characters we're assembling? How about the didgeridoo? It doesn't matter. None of that matters. Okay. Trash. Great. Okay. The only place we can go, Fort Tarsus, for them to say a couple of other things to us, and for me to attempt to exit the game. We'll find out, right? We'll see if it can. It's Anthem after all. Ah, man. The Hesperian Serpent. Sounds fucking rad, right? Well, we didn't get to experience that. And we won't. That's how this game works. They'll tell you about cool shit that may or may not have happened. When it comes to showing you cool shit, no. It's very much like Destiny in that way. Okay. So next time, more Destiny. Believe we are at our usual place. Yeah, we're at our usual place. With our usual noise. And we're going to kill that in the usual way. You know, yikes, right? But we're gonna plow on through. I don't believe there's too much to the actual fucking story. We should be able to pound that out relatively quickly. We'll tweak settings here and there to see if we can get it to play nicer, but I doubt it. It's already just fucking. It's Anthem. That's the best way that I can put it. It doesn't really do things like a program does. It does things like Anthem does them. The whole project screams of just not even just a lack of direction, but a lack of forethought in general. You know? Oh, and it's somehow still running. We exited it. It's decided to just hang out. Not for long, fucker. Not for long. There. I killed it. God. And all of that fuckery at fucking 46% of the CPU and fucking 60% of the GPU. Why? Why is it bad? Why is it run like that? Alright. Anyway, y'all just go ahead and think about that and bask in what is going to be the foreseeable future. Just consider, just think about it, and you know, wander around with that in your heads for a little bit. I'll catch up in a little bit. See ya.